This week, we're going to talk about turning weaknesses into strength, or more importantly, turning uncomfortable work into strength. And for anyone that's new, my name is Brody-Waite, and every week I bring a mask-free video to you so you can learn to live and lead authentically. If you haven't already, subscribe right now. And if you are somebody that continues to watch these, please send me any feedback on social media. Let me know if you're living any of this stuff in your life. Show the rest of us the impact so we are all inspired to live and lead mask-free. Have you ever felt like you have to do a bunch of uncomfortable work and you start to resent the fact that the people around you don't have to do it? And maybe it starts to feel unfair. It could be at work, it could be in your personal life, it could be in other dimensions. But we all have to do things that other people don't have to do. And I'm going to tell you a story about when that happened to me. So when I first got clean, all of my friends had graduated college. They were all moving on to their careers, doing incredible professional things. I was able to see it on social media, through email, just through talking with them. And here I was, a drug addict that just got clean, working whatever job I could, not chasing a career, just to pay the bills, and spending the majority of my time in meetings. Well, this is where the three principles come in. The truth is, I wasn't like them. I'm a drug addict. And the chances of me staying clean are less than 10% most likely. I don't know if that's actually factually perfect, but directionally, 10% chance of staying clean. And so I've got to do things they don't have to do. Well, I could sit there and worry about it and obsess over all the things they're doing and all the things I'm not and beating myself up. Or I can practice principle 2, surrender the outcome, which is what I did. I focused on what I couldn't control. And said, all right, what are the things I can't control? Well, I didn't choose my DNA. I didn't choose this body being something that became addicted to substances. And life isn't equal and everybody's not the same. So I couldn't control that. And I couldn't control what I needed to do to take responsibility for that. But what I could control was whether I took responsibility for it, whether I did my recovery. And that became the uncomfortable work. While my friends were celebrating their careers, I was going to 12-step meetings. And you know, the interesting thing is, for a period of time that felt like, man, I should be out there doing the other thing. But now when I look back on that time, that uncomfortable work was the best thing that I could be doing to build success and build strength. I just couldn't see it. And that's the thing for most of us. Life will put things in our way that we have to do, that we don't want to do, that we don't see other people having to do to get what we want. And we can focus on how it's not fair and how we don't want to do it. But we can also do that uncomfortable work. And in the process, we may not realize it, but we may actually be building a weakness into a strength and not even know it. And that's what happened for me. When I went to those meetings, I learned how to take off my mask. It felt like such small stuff compared to what everything my friends were doing. And now I'm sitting here doing these videos for leaders all around the world, talking about how to live and lead mask-free. That uncomfortable work that I was so bothered that I had to do, that I wished I didn't have to do so I could go do what everybody else was doing, that uncomfortable work became my differentiator. It became my strength. And so as you think about your life, and you think about the uncomfortable work that you had yesterday, that you might have this week, or you're going to have in the future, I encourage you to practice principle 2. Focus on what you can't control. And look at it, identify it, and then let it go. Because that's not how life works. But focus on what you can control. And what I believe you can do is reclaim a tremendous amount of energy in the process. And by doubling down on what you can control, you can do your uncomfortable work. And what you may not realize, just like I did at the time, is how that sets you up for the rest of your life. And how you might be building a strength and not even know it if it's just learning how to persevere and do things that we don't want to do. I also would encourage you, if you know anyone around you that's struggling with their uncomfortable work right now, send them this video. Help them understand that they may be doing something that feels unfair and not worth their time, but they also could be building the most important thing in their life and not even know it. Now also, please follow me on social media. We live in a masked world, and there's no place more than social media where everybody's comparing what everybody's doing. And our goal with the mask-free movement is to surround you with as much mask-free content as possible. So subscribe to my channels, and also feel free to ask me questions. Send me questions through my social channels so that I know different content ideas for these weekly videos, and you might see that I'll answer one of your questions or tell a story that relates to it. Also, of course, if you want more resources to live and lead mask-free, visit my website, michaelbrody-waite.com. Go out there, take your mask off, do the uncomfortable work, and I can't wait to see you next week.